This is a fake Pokemon, also known as a Fakemon, and there are tons of them out there. The Pokemon Company has also made it known that Fakemon, well, they're scary for the brand, but the Pokemon Company only has themselves to blame. From the first choice we made to the absolute beating we gave our first rival, the Pokemon Company has had us by the Pokeballs, and we, as the fan base, have created new things from that grip hold. Fan-made art, comics, even games. The Pokemon Company created a world for us to play and explore, and intellectual property be damned. We're going to make a Fakemon today. So Marcus, I hear you saying, what was with that little guy at the beginning? Well, I'm so glad you asked. This little guy, who's currently unnamed at the time of recording, was drawn by TrueGreen7, a Pokemon YouTuber that draws Fakemon. He put up on his community tab that he wanted his subs to draw evolutions of 2 Pokemon that he had drawn. This guy is one of them. I drew the other Evo, and you can kind of see that in another video I posted. For now though, I'm gonna take you all through what I did, and how I achieved this current piece. So when drawing, I typically have this rough draft in my head. As you can see from the top corner there, that's what the second rough draft looks like. I normally do 2 blue outline passes before I do the actual inking. I do a really rough sketch of where I want the fur to be, or where I want the paws to be placed, or depending on the animal, how I want it posed, and then I'll go in with the same pencil, the same quote unquote pencil, and draw over top of that thinner, with a little bit more detail. That way I can use those lines as the actual guidelines for the inking process. Now, as you can see, there's also fainter blue lines. Those will come in later when I do the coloring. For now, though, I typically start from the top of the head, and I work my way around or work my way down, typically from the top to the bottom. And I always like to start at points, whether those be inner points or outer points. Typically, if 2 lines meet at a point, that's usually where I start to draw. And this piece was absolutely no different. I mean, this has been one of the best pieces I've drawn in a long time, and I also took reference for this particular piece as well. This picture of this fox right here, I used as the body. For the head, I actually took the original piece that Ron created and kind of elongated its face and drew around that. So that's why its face is longer. That's why it's more fox-like. Because there's other Pokemon YouTubers and other artists that I follow as well that have taught me that if you are going to make an evolution for a Pokemon, either someone else's or your own, you should always try to make it different if you want it to be different. And I definitely wanted this to be different because clearly Ron's piece looks like some kind of squirrel, but there's also motifs of Predator in there. So I was like, what if it evolves into a Predator-looking Pokemon? So that's why I created this fox evolution for a squirrel Pokemon. I'll go ahead and leave you guys with just the art for now and the music. I will be back when the coloring starts. So when it came to the original art piece that Ron had drawn, and this fox that I'm currently drawing now, there were a lot of the colors that I saw on the piece that I sort of color grabbed and wanted to put onto this one. The original art piece has this chin coloration that goes down to just the chest. It kind of points down towards the belly, and I really wanted that to actually continue further down the belly, like most foxes and animals that are canine in nature have, which I thought was really nice. I thought it was super different to do that, because I've never seen that done. I could very well be wrong, but I have never personally seen that done in any other Pokemon piece, personally. The eyes and the nose and the tips of the ears are also the same color, not just on this base coloration, but also on the shiny. They're the same dark brown color that I've got going on here, and I really do like that. I like having something to tie in the original base coloration to the shinies. I think that's always nice, especially if it's in the same area. It's always aesthetically pleasing, but I do also love having, like swapped colors as well, where one Pokemon may have, Tyrogue, for example, has red shorts in the base color, but it's got blue in, his shiny form, and I think that's super neat. Everything else is still basically the same except for his shorts, and that's always been the best. When it came to the eyes, I really wanted to contrast the rest of the colors. I wanted something that would pull the viewer into the face immediately, like a snap of the finger. And I apologize if that was loud. I really wanted to do something different. So instead of having that bluish green color that the original piece has, I wanted to make it a more vibrant blue color for the eyeballs, which I thought worked out really well in the end. Now, unfortunately, that's where the recording stops. I didn't finish recording the rest of the art piece, but I do have the finished product here for you. I am super proud with the way this came out. I love the way that it looks. I love the way that it's standing, or I guess sitting. I love the little swoop in its hair and how the silhouette kind of continues that swoop. You don't know if in the silhouette if that's more hair, if that's an ear. So it's really nice to see that. I really, really am in love with this piece. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the shiny reveal. I am more in love with this shiny. I think that the dark blue where the light brown is at and the sky blue where the base regular brown is at is a wonderful color swap. And the eyes being red are top notch. I love seeing stuff like that. I am fully patting myself on the back. This is probably one of the best pieces that I've done in a long time. Now, if you will all please rotate your phone to match this direction, and I will read you the Pokedex. Volplade, the Vorpal-Fox Pokemon. Normal Steel. Volplade are renowned for protecting their young and other seemingly helpless Pokemon. The dark brown patches of its fur hold steel-like quills and whip its tail to use those quills as projectiles. So I made this thing very attack heavy, very special attack heavy as well, very fast, and I also gave it Steely Spirit and Steelworker, because I just thought it matched. I just thought it fit. And this is also my official Pokedex outline. This is what I will be showing every art piece as. So I hope everyone enjoyed this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.